comes Sanders to kick it away. To take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him throw another one.
A first carry for a Miami native. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a...
Early on, it doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And Rudolph has it left side. He is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Yellow.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know they're going to be...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On second down, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Yellow, ready, stand there, yellow.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Hey, 20. Good. 40.
Tannehill on first down. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Gesicki from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going in their control.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 50. Gun. Check. Yellow. Check. Pacer. Check. 45 to the bike. Spurs. Coming this way. Black. Here we go. Hey, steamer.
First down. Here's Cousins. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Spurs. Hey, 382, Liz, 50.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
45's the mic. Pacer. 32. Yellow. 45's the mic. Spurs. Black. Watch the shift. Listen to me.
Cousins on first down. And this is caught at the 8. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
45.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
First.
Cousins on the keeper. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll get 3 there on the sneak, but it still leaves him with a 3rd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Alert! Clay!
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now it bowls him over. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Cousins now finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Cousins to throw it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Going the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And they'll turn their power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Lucky 50. Hey, we're good.
They get it to him running left. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Balaj. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Right there, right there.
Balaj, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
Now Tannehill. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Go.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Tannehill. Going to the right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Here's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult.
And a loose football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
We're going. Let's go. First. Shit. Yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow. Rhino. Gun. Through.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Go.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Drake. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense. We're trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On fourth down, Tannehill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Move.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 67 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him down.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
20.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Going left side, it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking that time for Stills.
Let's go.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Black. Black.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Where's the hunt? Move. Mike 52. Hey, flipper. Black. Rhino. Move. 2. Lucky for you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Move.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Rose. Move. Go ahead. Let's get there. Hey, Steamer. Go get him.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Mike 52. Go ahead. Where's the hot? We're going. Let's go.
They pitch it out to Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some weight to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Tannehill on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's second down.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
20. Good son. Tiger. Run.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. A toss to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The 13 yards that time and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Looks like they're establishing